The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And it's no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's got the back in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Preston. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Dyer. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The option look. The pitch. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Hokies are threatening on 1st and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind.
Number 14, set to advance on the football.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give out of the gun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. They're working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Preston. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw again. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Hokies will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Dyer, using the quick game. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Finds the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They start this third quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They'll operate out of split backs. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for...
The ball is free! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man on the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thurman. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
and you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving.
There he goes. Quick step and go. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Houston wants to play fast.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. They'll try the run. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll start this drive from the 42. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. It'll be a draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on the 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets enough. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Hunt is on its way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Houston will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. They'll run the off-tackle play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give on the option. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Fights off a defender. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 20 to Miami. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Hokies want to crank the tempo. With jet sweep pass. Powers through the defender. Spins away from the defense. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield. Runs through another guy. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
First down for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And some room to work. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Quick spin on the line. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.